Will London continue to be the FinTech capital of Europe? Absolutely. We've got so many things going for FinTech in this great city. The top talent, we've got great technical expertise, we've got the financial institutions, we've got a supportive regulator, and yes, Brexit's going to be a bit of a pain, but we'll get through it.
It has greater regulatory framework, and above all, we are at the forefront of making change really happen.
I think we have great collaboration with the FCA, which is really promoting FinTech and promoting competition in the industry.
I think London will continue to be the FinTech capital of Europe because it has an 800-year first mover advantage. It's got a massive ecosystem of financial services, FinTech companies, RegTech companies, and there's just a huge appetite from customers wanting better financial advice, better access to services, and essentially to be more financially liberated in many ways.
We have the best and the brightest entrepreneurs that are innovating for the future.
There is a certain amount of talent that is internationally mobile, but there's probably 80% that's not. And that talent, both on the financial side and the tech side, is disproportionately in London.
I think it's going to be talent. I'm concerned, and as we all are, that if we don't come up with a sensible visa system that allows talented young and old people to come into the city, I think that's going to be an issue.
Will London continue to be the FinTech capital of Europe? I think there are some challenges to that. A year ago, when we were picking up the phone and wanting to have someone come from Spain or Italy, they would come no problem, and that's actually becoming more and more a challenge. So talent, I think, is absolutely critical.
I think ultimately it comes down to the government's willingness to remain open to continuing pushing deregulation and opening up access.
We will work together to figure out how we can make and maintain London's supremacy in the FinTech world.
There are some big changes happening. People are looking to other destinations, whether it's Amsterdam, Frankfurt, or other parts of Europe. So we need to constantly try to be cutting edge and best in class.
The question is whether or not some of that back office capability that can be done elsewhere drifts away, and that may well happen.
We've just recently made a decision to not place a big part of our development and engineering into London and to choose Berlin because of the availability of talent and costs of employing people and living expenses. It's going to be a strong contender to try and steal London's crown.
Within the EU, we now have Dublin is the only English-speaking member of the EU. I have to think that Berlin is going to be looking very hard at attracting more and more capital and investment.
The French scene, there's a bunch of interesting things happening there. There's some interesting insurance plays, there's some interesting banking plays.
We see new operations setting up in Dublin, Frankfurt, France, and everyone wants a little piece of the FinTech market.
This evening's been fantastic. The ecosystem in London of financial services businesses, FinTech businesses is just incredible. So tonight I think we've had early stage startups, the sort of disruptors, we've had growth stage, kind of scale ups, we've had the big incumbents who are thinking about what disruption looks like from within, and we've had investors. So there's a lot of money piling into the space.